clicking things. That'll be all right. All right, welcome to today's Q&A. Hey, you guys, I just want to make sure that everybody's able to hop on, and then we'll dive in. Awesome. How's everybody going? Or how's everybody doing today? Going? How's it going? All right. So we have a lot to cover today because it is bonus week. So we're going to dive in and, of course, give the praises to those who have earned the monthly bonuses. Now, our monthly bonuses, let's try again. Our monthly bonuses come out around the third pay period of every month. And they're based off of the miles. Well, I'll kind of dive into how the bonus structure works here in just a second. But the bonus is paid off of the number of miles that you completed for the previous month. So that's where we're going to look at some of those numbers and be more specific. Hey, Mike, how you doing? Hey, Heather actually said she was a day late, so I wanted to, that she wasn't able to get during the Facebook Live yesterday. So feel free to reach out to her and let her know we're live here. All right. So we're going to talk a little bit about the bonuses. Actually, we'll talk a lot about the bonuses because we have a lot of people who we need to recognize who have earned it. Actually, between the scorecard and our safety bonus, or the combination of the two, we've had 63% of our drivers, our professional drivers here at Decker, both company and owner-operator lease purchase, who earned May's bonuses. And now there's a lot of bonuses beyond, there's more bonuses beyond just the scorecard and the safety bonus. If you're a team driver, then there's even more. We have a mileage bonus that is monthly as well. Plus, across the board, we currently have, for all of our regional and over-the-road positions, all right, cool, thanks, Mike. But for all of our over-the-road and regional positions, we have currently our sign-on bonus as well, which is a graduated, growing, accelerated type sign-on bonus. It's $5,000, and that's paid out quarterly within the first year. So every quarter you'll get $1,250, and then if you were to run over 20,000 as a flatbed driver for that quarter, you'll get an additional 5 cents a mile on all the miles that you completed for that quarter. Now, if in refrigerated, if you ran over 25,000 miles for the quarter, then you're going to get that $1,250 plus 5 cents a mile for all the miles over 25,000 for the quarter, if that makes sense. So we've been running that sign-on bonus for a while now. But if you guys have questions on it and want to kind of know a little bit more about the breakdown, please just reach out to us. As always, the number that's on the screen here, this 888-668-0698 telephone number, is to the recruiting department. So you can give them a call at any time and they'll be able to answer some of your questions. Now, if you just want to get an application in, you know that it's a good fit, we've kind of gone over all the details, then obviously go ahead and fill out an application at drivedecker.com. Again, drivedecker.com, and then we will schedule an opportunity to reach out, review your application with you, and all that good stuff. So yes, let me know if there's anything else. All right, as questions come in, let's kind of review this here. Let's dive into the bonuses right now, since that is the topic, the biggest topic for today. How's that? All right, well, like I said, there's quite a few. So let me see if I can bring up our safety bonus here for you so that you can see who all received or how much we paid out in our safety bonuses safety bonus for May. Quite a few, I can tell you that. We paid over $17,000 in the safety bonus for May. Now, our safety bonus is based off of a few factors. It's based off of, well, not a few, but it is based off of our Smart Drive and our Lytics. Now, the reason I say both is those units are our safety units, which are in the truck, and it combines the inward facing and outward facing event recorder, your lane departure, your speed gauge, your following distance, just encompasses all of those safety features with the technology, the more up-to-date technology that we have. Now, we've been using Smart Drive for a few years now, and we are transitioning over to Lytx. Now, I think in both, but I know in Lytx for sure. But with these systems, these safety systems or programs that we have, you can opt in to a lot of additional options. So Decker has chosen a few options, but we did not choose other options, which seem to have been a concern for a lot of our professional drivers. So I just want to make sure that you're clear as we're transitioning into the Lytx system, which really won't start for at least another week. We have 25 drivers that have been testing this, and then we're going to start installs on the Lytx or for the Lytx here in July. But anyways, with those 25 drivers, we're testing different types of tractors so that we can get more and more input and be ready to go once we're starting to do those installs. All of our new trucks that are coming in, now I'm giving you a whole lot of information. I'm kind of bouncing around here, but I promise I will wrap it up to be one complete thought. But this Lytx system, as we do the upgrade for individual trucks, it takes about an hour to 2 hours, possibly. Now, usually more on the hour side, but it just depends on what all if you're missing some wires in there, or there could just be a delay for whatever reason it might be. We do try to line up, or will be trying to line up, the Lytx installs with our B services so that it's not taking or diving into more of your downtime. We want to make sure that we are giving you the most, getting your miles and your hours available back to you as much as possible. So we don't want to cut into that time, obviously. But it's about 1 to 2 hours. Now, that said, for all of you who are getting upgraded trucks this year, we have about 270, a little bit more, about 270 trucks that we have ordered that will be coming in, and they're already equipped with the Lytx, so it won't be that much more of a wait for you. All right, side note, last year we had roughly 240, off the top of my head, I can't remember, but we had over 200 trucks that we had ordered last year for upgrades. Remember that we didn't get some of those trucks until the beginning or the first quarter this year. And I know a lot of companies were a similar situation, because I want to say the economy, but it was more just the availability with our manufacturers and everything. So in general, so please keep that in mind. We've ordered 270. We don't know how quickly they'll be coming in, but we're hoping by the end of the year, because we do hope to be fully integrated into the Lytx system by the end of this year. But that will be more information. I guess that there will be more updates to that as we go about. So if you have questions, you let us know. One of the big questions that I was asked is, hey, are we doing the live stream? No, we did not, as Decker did not opt in for the live stream as a company. We chose not to. We also made sure that with the Lytx system, it is an audible notification instead of the beeping and buzzing that our current system or previous system had, that was just driving people crazy. So, well, not everybody, but it was just not a preferred alert. So we did that. And there's just one more other thing with the Lytx updates, and we'll continue week by week as we start to do this process. We will have updates for you through our newsletter. So if you're part of Decker, then you're receiving the what's happening inside the Triangle newsletter, and you'll continue to get those updates each and every week. Now, remember, this is as of this week that these updates are up to date. We have 25 trucks still. Now, we haven't started the additional installs because we're still doing some testing and making sure that we can get the if there is a quirk in the system with a specific type of truck, that we can go ahead and address that before we start doing all of the installs. So know as of now that we plan to start the installs the beginning of July, but that could change. And that's why we keep those updates for you, so that you know what's going on and why we've made the decisions behind the decisions, right? All right, one last thing that I want to let you know. In the trial period of the lytics, when it came to the seatbelt alert, we turned that seatbelt alert off because we had a couple of people who wore high visibility shirts. And the seatbelt kind of, the seatbelt like got lost in the high visibility shirt because it's an AI technology. So how many of you guys have used the phone apps like TikTok or even Facebook Live or something like that, where you change the background of your video? Well, now you can see I don't, because I've got lots of activity going here, but I could change the background and do like a green screen. Well, that's how the AI technology works with the lytics system. And because of that, the green screen, which was the seatbelt, because it's high visibility, got lost in the high visibility shirt. And so then, therefore, the people who were wearing that, they were constantly getting this notification. Well, had we not done this trial, we wouldn't have recognized that. It just would have got lost in thought there. And so we did turn off that feature, so you will not have those, the audible notification, and definitely no beeping or buzzing during that time. But yes, so that's kind of where that comes from. Mike says, how many miles does your truck need to get to a newer truck? Well, there isn't a specific number per se, but I can definitely give you an average or a roundabout for age-wise. Our average age of our trucks is roughly about 18 months. Now that said, that's the average age. So you're looking at about 3 years for your truck. We've got some 2019s. All of our 2018s should have been out of here by the end of the year. It did take a little bit longer because, like I said, the first quarter, we still had some trucks that we were waiting on to get those upgraded into. So that said, roughly about 3 years is what we like to get them out of here at, to keep you with the most up-to-date equipment. But that is approximately 450,000 miles, I'd say. Because once it hits the 500,000 mark, then the extended warranty or the warranty is up. And so then at that point, we're covering those additionals. So that's where we like to be, is under the 500 mark for miles. Usually around between 425 and 450 is my understanding, but it's not a specific number, only because it's more towards the age of the truck, and only because the availability of the trucks coming in. So before we had it a little bit lower, but it was a lot easier to get equipment updated. Now everybody's like the manufacturers and the distribution stuff, they're backed up, and you guys all know that. So thankfully you're in an industry that you understand that. But yeah, that's so, Mike, I'm going to say right at 450,000. All right. Okay. Excellent. Our equipment, by the way, is mostly 579 Peterbilts. We have a few Cascadia Evolutions, Freightliner Cascadia Evolutions. We had a couple new ones come in, I don't know, about a month ago. And then, but most of the trucks are 579 Peterbilts. Mr. Decker is a huge fan of the Peets. And then we do have a few Volvos. Now, if it is my understanding that the 780 version of the Volvo has now been renamed 870s and 860s, I believe. I'll find out more about that and how many we got. But most of them are the Peterbilts, because I do need to get the breakdown of what's, how many of each type that we're getting, and what the estimated time frame for those updates or those trucks coming in at will be, so that I can update you, right? Okay, so I've bounced all around, but I wanted to bring up the lytic system because that affects your smart or your safety score. So we have the scorecard bonus, which is a monthly bonus, and we have the safety bonus, which was previously named our Smart Drive bonus. But obviously, switching over to lytics, we want to be able to combine both opportunities. And so now it is our safety bonus. Speaking of, the lytics system is a mirrored system of the Smart Drive. So they're going to be very, very, very similar. The difference is what I've already named is that it has more AI, so it'll be able to read the seatbelt without any video cues. And it has AI capabilities. So again, a lot of that, if you've ever seen Facebook or TikTok or any video functions that have green screen that can kind of read where your face is at, TikTok's a great example. Because when you're on TikTok, and I don't know how many of you guys do that, but when you move your face, if you have a filter on it and the filter is going to change your face, the ones that have the puppy ears and the tongue that wags out, well, it notifies, the AI can see that your face is there, and then at that point, it does the filter, right? Okay, so that's the best way for me to explain it, because that's basically how it works. So instead of constant video, it has those notifiers. Cool? Notifiers, did you guys catch that? So yes, anyways, that's going to affect the safety bonus. Now the safety bonus is 1 penny per mile on all of the miles that were completed for the previous month. For instance, May 1st through May 31st, all the miles that were completed, that means that they were delivered, you ran them, you delivered them, and they were all submitted into payroll by the 31st. Okay, now if you were on a load that was from May 30th to June 1st and you didn't deliver until the 1st of June, then those miles, that specific load, will not fall on the May miles, but instead will fall on your June miles. But the same goes in reverse, where if you had something from April that ran in the 1st or 2nd of May, then those are going to be in May miles, not the April miles. Crystal clear? All right. So again, all of the miles completed, you get a penny per mile raise or penny per mile bonus on those miles for that month, as long as your points were 20 or below. So 20 or below for the month. Now, what I'm going to show you is for the month of, this is crooked, there we go. For the month of May, we paid out over $17,000 in bonuses just for the company side for our safety bonus. Just the safety bonus, we paid over $3,700 on the owner-operator side. So we had almost 40, so we had 39 owner-operators and lease purchase drivers who averaged $95 for the safety bonus for the month. Now, we have had a lot of perfect scores for this safety bonus. And I know that's one concern that a lot of people have is if I go and I get a higher on, how doable is it to get the safety bonus? And it's very doable. We had 244 drivers receive the safety bonus. Now that's just receiving it. You'll see here in a second that the number of drivers that we had who earned a perfect score of 0. That's fantastic. React 007. Can we go out of the driver-facing cameras on this new system like we could in the Smart Drive? No. Currently, to my understanding, and we will continue to get updates on this, but as of now, no, you cannot. Are you asking opt-out? I think that's what you mean. So currently, you cannot opt out of it for the inward and outward. Now, also with that, if you have more questions on that, let me know, by the way, because I'm submitting those to my safety department for more information for you. But on that, where was I going with that? Oh, yes. It's not a constant feed. So it's a critical event that triggers it. And I mentioned some of those distracted driving or critical events that could, in fact, trigger it. Cell phone usage, constant, like if you're reaching or looking down, and that's where that, honestly, the green screen or the TikTok AIs are the best way for me to describe it, because otherwise I wouldn't have understood how you could do it without video. And that's a perfect example of it. But no, you as of now, you cannot currently opt out of it. Good question, though. So, yeah, opt out. Currently, if you're in the company for 6 months, you can have the driver facing. Now, that, perfect scores, thanks, Michael. Rick, I think that actually, after 2018, I think we took that away. That was my understanding, unless there were a few exceptions, but under my understanding, that was gone as of 2018. Safety bonus, yes, the perfect score. That's exactly right. We had a lot of perfect scores, but we had over 36% of our drivers who did, in fact, get a bonus. Not perfect score necessarily on the safety, but did get a safety bonus. Of the perfect scores, check this out. These are all perfect safety scores. That's a lot of names. And a perfect score for the scorecard. But for the score, or for the safety bonus, we had a lot of perfect scores. Troy Abbott, remember, perfect score is 0. 20 points or below pays out the penny per mile. So Troy Abbott, Chad Adams, Vernon Allen, Rafael Alvarez, Lanika Anderson, Richard Anderson, Tyler Ash, Dwayne Asvig, Kenneth Bela, James Balter, David Barnhart, Siobhan Bastarch, Brian Blenningens, Alvin Blom, Terry Bradford. Honestly, the names, there's so many names on here that I have to increase the size of this. David Brown, Donald Campbell, Scotty Carroll, Sean Carty, Henry Castillo, Michael Castillo, James Kloss, Zachary Clinton, Jonah Click, Joshua Coleman, Patrick Corrigan, Christopher Daniels, Claudia DeDeer, Douglas Davis, Sean Delancey, Leith DeVency, Adam DeWalt, Louis Diaz, Thomas Doe, Reginald Dowdy, Paul Duckworth, Larry Dunster, Jamie Duran, Benjamin Eby, Tierra Edmond, Stephen Erler, Adam Ingleby, Christopher Eppins, John Flory, James Fogelson, Mark Garrett, Travis Scatling, Kim Gang, Charles Gang, Stephen Goff, Perry Goins, Mark Gray, William Green, Dale Hendry, James Hood, David Hooper, Cynthia Hopes, Cindy Hopes, Andre Hubbard, Terry Hurst, Lazimino Idio. That was terrible. Sorry about that. John Inglesby, Michael Jacobson, Andrew Johnson, Annette Johnson, Stephen Jones, Wayne Jurgensen, David Kennedy, Lance Kincaid, Michael Cook, Judd Cahoot, Stephen Kunster, Alton Lamoth, Stephen Larson White, Dustin Likens, Brian McIntyre, Tom Melton, Lamont Millington, Louis Moreno, Emmanuel Morris, Michael Morris, Ronald Murrow, John Mosher, Robert Mo Reader, Robbie Munson, Roger Napier, Greg Narcisco, Sean Nason, Donald Neely, Dennis Neeks, Dorothy Neeks, also our team winners of the month. Tony Nelson, William Nettle, Sam Nugent, Matthew Neerling, Lisa Ormont, Michael Osborne, Todd Overson, Roger Payne, Jason Peru, Eugene Pearson, Nathaniel Piper, Delvin Plath, Jesse Porter, Donald Prague, Alina Quick. So many. Yes, lots of perfect scores. Absolutely. These are all perfect scores. Grant Quinton, Robert Reeser, Frank Reeve, Clay Reynolds, Roshane Richardson, Edward Rivera, Dennis Rogetz, John Roberts, Jeremy Romsberg, Rolando Rosales Singwenje, Todd Ruby, Lyndall Schultz, Greg Schweckbach, Gary Schwebeck, John Shannon, Spencer Showers, Alan Smith, Rebecca Smith, James Starkey, Thomas Steen, Stephen Stone, Daniel Sturr, Gerald Taylor, Willie Thompson, Paul Thurman, Kirk Thyssen, Edwin Toy, Mark Van Wormer, Michael Vandelhay, Eduardo Aguilera, Kyle Waller, Richard White, Lance Williams, Charles Wilson, James Wise, Edward Woodley, Leon Wright, Ronald Wyatt. That's just the company side. And owner-operator lease purchase perfect scores for our safety record. Warren Arian, Jerry Arthur, Amidio Brazil, Michael Brown, Robert Driscoll, John Hemobian, Peter Holmes, Frank Homan, Dexter Jones, Randy Kazma, Keith Langford, Courtney McLaughlin, Kevin Miller, Robert Muliak, Daniel Newby, David Prey, Isaac Reese, Lamar Rimbert, Fook Tron, Alan Van Cleve, Adam Vides, and Jonathan Yoakum. Woohoo! Mm-hmm. I deserve a drink after that, I do believe. Congratulations, you guys. Those are perfect scores for the safety bonus. Now, like I said, I named Tony Nelson, Stephen Erler, Travis Goodrich, Milton Cross, Michael Fox, Joshua Rotter, and Christopher Brothwell as perfect scores, but that was actually for the scorecard. So our scorecard is even harder to get, but we still have fantastic numbers for the scorecard. 44%. 44% of our company drivers and owner-operators, so of all of our professional drivers here at Decker, 44% earned the scorecard bonus. And you can earn anywhere from 1 to 4 cents more per mile on the scorecard. As an owner-operator or lease purchase, it's 1 to 3 cents more per mile because the fuel compliance and the idle time are not factored in on the lease purchase and owner-operator as they are for the company drivers. But fantastic scores, you guys. We had quite a few who had the perfect scorecard as well. Like I said, those are the first time perfect scorecards. 44% earned a scorecard bonus, but check this out. This is how many we had who earned perfect scorecards just for the month of May. Perfect scorecards. Yes, we paid out over $47,000 in May company driver bonuses for the scorecard alone. And we paid over $12,000 for our owner-operators. Our owner-operators averaged an extra $230 for the scorecard bonus, and for, on average, between our 53 owner-operators that earned it, between our 248 drivers who earned the scorecard, they averaged an extra $190 just on the scorecard part, just on the scorecard. So fantastic numbers. Congratulations to all of those. Remember, anywhere from 1 to 4 cents more per mile is what you can earn with that scorecard as a company driver. We had 677 drivers on the spreadsheet this month that, between the scorecard, the safety, or the combination of the two. So quite a few. Are we ready to hear the perfect scores for our full 1,000-point perfect scores? Yes, we have quite a few, you guys. And remember that with the perfect scores, this is going to take into account your fuel compliance and your idle time as a company driver. But between owner-operator, lease purchase, and company, you're also going to be looking at miles, preventable accidents and incidents, your CSA violations, if you had any claims, on-time delivery. Those are all factors in a perfect scorecard. So it is not an easy task, but that's why when you earn it, it is so well deserved, and you definitely get the kudos. Not only do you put yourself in a better position, you also put the company in a better position by getting that perfect score. Because of the criteria that we had, means that our customers can better rely on us, and we are paying back some of those benefits and some of those accolades that we receive. Like I said, the accolades are more like, hey, here's an award for 99.9% on-time delivery from one of our customers, or whatever it might be. We're giving back to our professional drivers for basically earning us that prestigious award. And we've had a lot of prestigious awards. Just this morning, we posted Lyle Turville is one of two. Dean Filmer and Lyle Turville will both be going to the National Truck Driver Championships, representing Decker as well as themselves, of course. But we are honored to be part of that as well. All right, 1,000 points, perfect scorecards. Who is it? Stephen Alliger, Robert Anderson, Keith Andrews, Christopher Brothwell, Andre Buckner, Art Club, Daniel Corrigan, Milton Cross, Stephen Current, Claudia Day Deer, Lydia Diedrich, Curtis Drake, Stephen Erler, Christopher Eppens, Antonio Fernandez, Michael Fox, Travis Gatling, Charles Gann, Travis Goodrich, Todd Hawkins, Chad Hazelton, Cindy Hopes, Todd Hopes, Daniel Jimerson, Justin Johnson, Ricardo Johnson, Richard Napick, Darren Ladley, Donald Lamb, Sean Lanfear, Fernando Lara, Dale Lehman, Michael Mathis, Tom Melton, Jeremy Moritz, Jonathan Murillo, Donald Neely, Tom Nelson, Sam Nugent, Lisa Ormont. Lisa, I totally changed your name. I don't even know where I got that. Eugene Pearson, Randy Pratt, Donald Rain, Joshua Rotter, Alan Smith, Parker Westfall, Ronald Wyatt, and Christopher Zwick. Maybe that's where I got it. My eyes were going all over the place. And those were just company drivers. Now we got owner-operators lease purchase, and we almost matched it. Jerry Arthur, Robert Baker, Jamie Beam, Gregory Coleman, Kerry Curry, Michael Graff, Brian Hembry, John Hodges, David Jones, Jacob Crack, Maximus LaFontant, Louis Martinez, Brett McCrae, Robert Muliak, Tim Olden, Joseph Paris, Felix Perez Santiago, Jason Rogers, Brad Telquist, Victor Walker, Eric Welder, and Charles Wobel. Holy smokes, you guys. Congratulations to each and every one of you who were part of that. Huge achievement. Not anything to be scoffed at by any means. It's fantastic earning capability. Now, between those who won the scorecard and the Smart Drive, well, actually, before I even go to that one, I wanted to talk about Driver of the Month, but before I do that, perfect scores all year round, we have 5. We have 5 drivers who have currently earned perfect scorecards every single month so far. And of course, it's going to decrease in number. I'm curious to see how many people will have that perfect score by the end of the year. Hopefully, all 5 still, but always something that you can work towards. Donald Lamb, Charles Gann, Tom Melton, Travis Gatling, and Brian Hembry. Congratulations to all 5 of our professional drivers who have held a perfect score all year so far, up through May. So it's 5 full months of perfect scores. Keep it up. Let's see what we can do till the end of the year, right? All right. Again, we have about 429 drivers who've had scorecard bonus, safety bonus, or both, which is about 63% of our fleet. 677 drivers on the spreadsheet or on our earnings this month. So fantastic job, you guys. Definitely bragging rights. And thank you to Katie for getting all this information over to us. I appreciate that every time. She always does. She's always looking out for me, making sure that I've got the info I need. All right. Well, I do want to brag. We have some fantastic Driver of the Month this month, as always. And in order to qualify for Driver of the Month, this is not cut and dry qualifications. Like with the Smart Drive and the scorecard bonus, it's like it is your fuel compliance, your idle time. It's black and white is what I'm getting at. If you had an incident or an accident, you lose your points for that period. So it's 1,000 points total for scorecard. If you have an accident or an incident, you lose 200 points of that. So you automatically go down to 800, which at that point you wouldn't qualify for that scorecard bonus that month. But so that's an example. If you were at 95% accuracy for your fuel compliance, then you go down just a couple of points and you'll still get that 3 cent per mile bonus on all the miles. So it's black and white when it comes to the scorecard, and when it comes to the Smart Drive system, they're black and white numbers. However, when it comes to the Driver of the Month, this is more competitive, right? Okay, so usually you want to be a top scorecard runner or earner and a top Smart Drive earner. Well, actually it's the bottom, because the lower on Smart Drive or safety, the better. So you want the best scores in both the scorecard and the safety. So there's that one, then there's that one. That's the first qualification, second qualification, okay? Now, if there were 0 people who earned 1,000 point scorecard, then you probably wouldn't have to get that 1,000 point scorecard. However, because so many of our professional drivers, both owner-operator, lease purchase, and company, earn a perfect scorecard, your work is cut out for you in needing to earn that perfect score in order to qualify, right? And you will notice that as I tell you the winners for the driver of the month, you'll notice that you heard their name on scorecard and on safety bonuses. It's not necessarily the criteria, but you do need to be the top. And you see the caliber of our professional drivers. They are the top. So therefore, a lot of competition. Now, the driver of the months also go through a vetting process. So you've got the scorecard, you've got the safety bonus, and then they take the top winners, the top achievers, and then they go through how many of these drivers have already been winners for driver of the month. Because you can only be driver of the month one time within a 12-month calendar year. You can be back-to-back winners if it was December and January, as long as they weren't in the same year. But other than that, it's one time within a 12-month calendar year that you can be. All right? So that's the first thing. Second thing is, how did they do? Did they go the extra mile? You know, did they have any attaboys or way to goes or helping another driver out when need be? Those are things that are put into consideration as well. Nominations from other departments. So there's a lot that goes into it just beyond the scorecard and the safety bonus, but it's not it's not a checklist of you must have done this and this and this. It goes all in, and then they're voted on, and then the winners are then chosen. So Sam Nugent, he was the winner for our more regional refrigerated division. So congratulations, Sam, our regional refrigerated winner. Congratulations. Now, in that division, we also have 2 nominees. These nominees, if they have not already been driver of the month, still have the opportunity to be driver of the month for the year. Christopher Eppins and Curtis Drake, both nominees. Now, Sam will get a $100 gift card to Walmart, followed by a $50 gift card to our Decker store. And Christopher Eppins and Curtis Drake will both get a $50 gift card from Walmart and a gift from the Decker store. And our Midwest Flatbed. Now, I can tell you that each division is a little bit different with the number of nominees, those who qualify for it or who can earn it, and the number of people in that division. Our Midwest Flatbed division is a smaller division. We don't currently have any nominees for that division, but Alan Smith took the title. He won May 2022 Driver of the Month for our Midwest Flatbed. So congratulations, Alan. And our over-the-road refrigerated winner, Charles Gann. Charles Gann, congratulations. Our nominee, Chad Hazelton. And our over-the-road flatbed division, Ronald White was our winner. Ronald White. And Richard Napick was our nominee. Congratulations. Owner-operator lease purchase winner, Jerry Arthur. Congratulations, Jerry. And our team winners, both Dennis and Dorothy Neeks. Congratulations. Again, it's a huge achievement to have earned that. And that puts you into place for Driver of the Year. So it goes Driver of the Month. So there's like lots of stepping stones to get to Driver of the Year. You have your scorecard and your safety bonus. You have your Driver of the Month. Then you have the opportunity to win Driver of the Year for the division. You can only win Driver of the Year once for the year, but you can win back-to-back Driver of the Years. However, you cannot win back-to-back Grand Champions, and the Grand Champion is chosen from the Driver of the Years. So $15,000 is the Driver of the Year Grand Champion winner. $3,000 apiece for our Driver of the Years for the divisions. And then again, I told you with the Driver of the Month, it's a $100 gift card plus a $50 Walmart gift card plus a $50 gift card to the Decker store. Did I say Eppins? Eppins is what I was saying. Evans. Yes, I was speaking quickly. but it's actually Christopher Eppens, Eppens. But you know that he's been replaced, right? Captain America? All right, I better leave it right at that, huh? That's not fair. Be quiet. I'll be quiet. Mm-hmm. Love it. Congratulations, you guys. Those are huge achievements. Very, very proud of you for all of that. All right, more to come. So let's give you some more updates on, now you know that our trucks are coming with, our trucks come with a lot of amenities. We talked just briefly about some of those and what kind of trucks they are. They are automatics. They have APUs and inverters and refrigerators and microwaves and CB units, navigation, Sirius radio, 32-inch televisions, plus company paid Epic View satellite TV. Now, I do want to say a side note, if you're an owner-operator, or at least purchase professional driver, then the Epic View you can purchase at $16 a month, but it is an amenity for all of our company drivers. For support for Epic View, make sure that you read the What's Inside the Triangle newsletter if you're having any issues or if you have any questions about your Epic View system, what channels you have available, etc. If you're looking for local channels, when you arrive at your destination, make sure you do a TV scan, and it'll bring up some of your local channels as well. So if you're looking for local in addition to the Epic View satellite TV, then you'll just want to do the scan on your television. And remember, it's a 32-inch television, so it's a good-sized TV for the space of our sleepers. And our sleepers are double bunk for the most part. We might have one or two that aren't, but for the most part, I think they're all double bunk at this point. And yeah, we have driver side and passenger side air ride seats. We have the Smart Drive analytics system in one or the other in them. We have the Transflow GeoTab unit, which is the tablet where you can take a picture of your paperwork and get that into payroll. You'll be able to access your, Siobhan, I do need to talk to you, by the way, but you can access your settlements and your scorecard, Smart Drive scores as well on there. You can access your CAT app. So there's a lot of communication back and forth between you and your driver manager. You can even get the newsletters on there. So if you guys have questions on that, you just let us know. 888-668-0698 for more details. Remember, that is the number to the recruiting department. So if you need to talk to your driver manager directly about anything specific, then reach out to them at their direct line. When it comes to your scorecard, I highly suggest that you speak to your driver manager about your scorecard if it is a score that you are not happy with. So, for instance, the reason I say that, if you've got a 1,000-point scorecard, awesome. No need to talk to your DM about it. You've got it as long as you know what got you there, how, what you did to get yourself there, and to continue to do it, then you're golden. If your score is 850 and you're wondering how you can maximize it and you have yet to get to that perfect score and you're trying to figure out, okay, so what do I need to do? What did I do wrong? How can I work to get there? Talk to your driver manager. Your driver manager is going to help you achieve the best score. They're like your cheering section, even though you can't imagine some of those guys putting on a cheerleading outfit, and you're thankful for that. But they are there to help support you, just like many of us. So if you are new to Decker and have been assigned an ambassador, reach out to your ambassador and find out a little bit of information from them as well. Get details on the scorecard and Smart Drive bonus and what it takes to get to there and what you need to work on to help improve it. Cool? Yes, support system all the way around. But all the amenities are there. Also with the Transflow GeoTab, I don't know if I mentioned, but it does come with free Wi-Fi. Free Wi-Fi for that as well. You can also get a hold of, get more information on your benefits package. as a reminder, with a benefits package, there is the IDX identity safeties. They can check your credit score. They can protect you, help to protect you online with any online activities that you have. But that is part of our Wellmark health or benefit package that we have. You just need to go ahead and sign up for it. So again, check out the weekly What's Happening Inside the Triangle newsletter to get more details on that. And we do try and keep you up to date on everything and through our What's Happening Inside the Triangle podcast. Yes, you heard me right. The podcast came out last week. It was our 60th episode. Was it last week? I think it was the week before, now that I say that. But we'll be having a new episode each and every month. Darren decided, I'm going back on the road. So he is driving again for us, and he'll come in periodically, and we will record a monthly podcast. A little bit longer than the ones in the past that were on a weekly basis, but these are going to continue to fill you full of information. You'll be able to have Darren, who's out on the road and is experiencing it. We get a driver's side point of view, which is phenomenal, so that we are making sure that we're getting all areas answered. And then, of course, we have our in-house personnel as well. Ken Cromwell stepped in this week, or this month, I should say, and interviewed Darren, and Darren interviewed him. And then, of course, Katie and Lisa Ormont was also there. Lisa was there. I'm going to say she was interviewing Darren as well. It was pretty conversational, but it was a great opportunity as well. And so we've got Katie with our communications department right there in the midst of it all, making sure that we've got all the right information and details coming your way. So please make sure that you are following us on whatever podcast you prefer. Like, do you prefer through Google Podcasts or Apple Podcasts, or there's so many out there. Or you can just go directly through anchor.com/Decker Truck Riding Podcast. But all right, I promised that I was going to be able to talk a little bit about some of the positions that we have available. I do want to emphasize that our team's opportunity is phenomenal right now. So if you are looking for a team opportunity, if you're bringing on a team member, so there has to be two of you. If there are two of you who would like to team up and work on more of a dedicated run, there is a difference between our team runs and our solo runs. Our solo, no touch freight. No touch freight. Now our teams, we have a combination of no touch freight and touch freight. The touch freight is our bread loads. So those bread loads, you're rolling the carts off of the truck or off the trailer, and empty ones back on. That's the norm. That's what you're usually doing for the bread loads, and that's more of the dedicated for the teams. Now our teams run a lot of Northwest and a lot of Midwest. It's not only Northwest and Midwest, but that's the majority of it. Longer runs, consistency. But yes, there is more hands-on freight. The bread loads or the bread carts weigh roughly between 300 to 400 pounds. So it's nice to have both of you there for support as you're rolling them down and rolling them back off. But for the most part, that is a great opportunity for our teams, averaging about 6,500 miles a week as the teams. Now the pay, let's address the pay. Let's talk about it. So the pay for the teams, there's a base. I already mentioned that you have the opportunity for the scorecard and the safety bonus and the sign-on bonus. So those are 3. All right, let's put those over here. You are well aware of them, but there's more. The month or the weekly pay, let's start there. The weekly pay to the truck for a team is 60 cents a mile. Okay? Now, that's split, so 30 cents a piece. Whether you're running it or your team member, it's split right down the middle. 10 cents per mile to the truck is per diem, so it's not taxed. So yes, you will still be able to take advantage of the per diem opportunities. 5 cents per team member, so 5 cents per driver, will be per diem. 10 cents total. Okay? That's on a week-by-week basis. Now that said, we do pay more based off of the miles that you average per week. So, or actually per month. So if you are running between 12 to 14,000 miles a month, you're going to get an extra 2 cents a mile paid out to you on a bonus. This is a little bit different. It pays out roughly the same time as those other bonuses, the third pay period of the following month. But that way we can calculate what your total miles were that were completed for that previous month and figure out what pay you should be at. 12 to 14,000 miles a month as a team would get you an extra 2 cents a mile. 14 to 16,000 miles a month as a team, an extra 4 cents a mile. An extra 6 cents a mile if you're between 16 to 18,000 miles a month. And the top one is an extra 8 cents a mile at 18,000 or plus miles a month. And that 8 cents a mile splits to 4 cents per driver, both taxable. So 4 cents per driver, that's taxable. Remember, it's 5 cents per driver, that's non-taxable, but that's on a week-by-week basis. So the 60 cents a mile, that's your base, okay, as a team. And that's what you'll see every week. You're paid every Friday, direct deposit. You get your paperwork in by Sunday night. You get paid the following Friday. As I mentioned, about 6,500 miles per week is average. So most all of our teams are making over that 18,000 miles a month. Therefore, they're making that extra 8 cents a mile. That's split to the truck, paid out the third week of the month following when you ran it. Right? Everybody follow that? All right. But there's some great opportunities. So if you are looking for some team opportunity, we have it in our over-the-road refrigerated division. This is our telephone number, 888-668-0698. Give us a call. Give our recruiters a call. Let them answer your questions. 888-668-0698 for more detail. Yes, you can apply online at drivedecker.com, but make sure that you're speaking to your recruiter and letting them know if you have a team member that's coming aboard so that they're getting both of you approved, right? Yes. Speaking of approvals, let's talk about what some of those qualifications are. Qualifications for whether it's a solo driver or a team driver or an owner-operator, lease purchase, same requirements. You must have a clean driver's license, so no major moving violations within the last 3 years. No more than 3 accidents incidents, I should say, in the last 3 years. So no major moving violations in the last 3 years. No DOT recordable preventable accidents in the last 3 years. We can work with up to 3 tickets within the last 3 years, as long as they aren't excessive and as long as you're not showing a pattern of those tickets, those violations. Same with accidents. We can work with up to 3 incidents. I'm going to say incidents because if it's a backing incident or maybe a turning incident, as long as it's not DOT recordable, we should be okay. And again, if you want more specifics based off of your experience level and your history on it, then please reach out to 888-668-0698 for more details. Awesome. All right. Anything else that you can think of for questions on those qualifications? When it comes to experience level, we require that you have recently graduated from a PTDI certified school or have previous experience. Previous recent experience, I should rephrase. So as long as you have that, yes, we can train you if you are a recent graduate. Training is roughly 2 to 3 weeks out with a trainer following a week-long orientation, where if you've got experience and you're coming on as an experienced driver, it's a 2.5-day orientation followed by getting yourself assigned to a truck and getting out there and getting to work, right? So yes, we can get you moving a little bit faster as an experienced driver than obviously as a student, but we can train those who are recent graduates. Same thing, 668-0698 for more details. All right, other questions that we have. Yes, we have a local in Des Moines currently available. Yes, we have some over-the-road refrigerated, over-the-road flatbed, and some regional refrigerated and regional flatbed. So options are out there. Whew, lots of info for you guys today. So I appreciate your patience in getting all that information out to you. As always, if you have questions, reach out to your driver manager or your recruiter for more information, or your ambassador if you're new to Decker. And that way we can make sure that you've got all the most up-to-date information. Keep your eyes open for the next podcast, which will be next month, as well as the Inside the Triangle weekly newsletter. So that came out yesterday. So if you haven't seen it, go check it out. All right. And if you see either Dean Fillmore or Lyle Turville, both of them will be representing us in August at the National Truck Driver Championships in Indianapolis. Please make sure that you congratulate them, give them some high fives and kudos, because they will, like I said, they'll be representing not only Decker Truckline, but themselves in the National Championships, which is a huge opportunity for them. Very exciting. All right, you guys have a wonderful rest of your week. We will see you soon. Shout out also to Lisa Ormont. Lisa has had 3 referrals for the year, which means she got an additional bonus, an additional, I should say, it's a referral bonus. So you get the $1,500 for a driver that you refer that hires on, pays out within 90 days. But when you have 3, you get a gift card plus a tumbler plus the $1,500. So it just keeps stacking onto itself. All right, you guys have a great rest of your week. I will talk to you soon. Stay comfortable, stay safe. If you need anything, please reach out to us.